Good morning, good afternoon, Dr. Pico. This is my station right now. I have all my ingredients ready to make the chicken fajitas. I have the oregano, garlic powder, paprika, chili powder, green onion, salt, my utensils, cumin, green pepper, red pepper, lime, purple onion, and the chicken breast that will be the fajita itself. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cut these up and make the mixture of powders to then marinate them for a couple hours. I'm not going to follow like the exact recipe. I'm gonna be changing a few things to accommodate for myself, but the results should be similar and hopefully good. So I'll come back to you when this is cut with a video of me cutting it. So I've cut the first strips. This is how I'm gonna be generally trying to maintain the thickness of the strip, and I'm gonna do that for the remaining piece. And once I finish, I'm gonna place it in here to then marinate with the ingredients of the recipe.
Take this strip. See, this one's perfectly thin, but it's still too big. We want to keep it like at most an inch thick. I'd say a half an inch is better, and not too long either. So I take this, and I'd say I could cut this in half. This knife cuts good. So yeah, see, this is a good strip. I place it with the rest, and I just do that for the rest of them.
Alright, once I've finished cutting these strips, I'm gonna now put the powders together into this bowl, which I already put the, oh no. Now that I've cut my chicken strips, I will now be placing the following powders into this bowl, which already has the canola oil.
And I'll be stating the measurements as I go, so here I go. So it says that it will need 1 teaspoon of salt. This is my measuring unit. I'll be putting one of these. Then it says I need 1 dried oregano. So this is my oregano. I put 1. So this is a half, so that's why I put 2 of those. Since it is a half, I will need to put like a little bit more salt. And I'll have to put half of the cumin. This right here. This is very strong, so I'm not be putting as much as it says. I'll actually put a little less. Yeah. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm putting this into the canola oil, it's so that it can hydrate them a little better and have a little better taste when it's marinating the chicken strips. Now I need the garlic powder. The garlic powder says I need 1 teaspoon. So that should be enough. There you go. And the chili powder needs half, so this is already half, I only need 1. Since it's spilling, I'm not going to be putting the entire thing. Jeez, this is difficult. Oh my goodness. We're just going to have to guess that that's enough. Okay, that is all of the powders. And now I'm going to mix them up a little and place them onto my chicken strips. So bear with me as I do that now.
Okay, so this is how the mixture looks like, and this is what I'm going to be using to marinate the chicken. I'm going to do a slow pour over all of it, all I can reach at least. The bottom layers I will once you have an even coating all over the chicken strips, you can now close it up and place it into the refrigerator for a couple hours. The recipe states 4, but I honestly suggest, I honestly believe that it could be a little less. Overall though, it will be in here for more than an hour if you want the flavors to really settle into the chicken. So yeah, place that in there and wait a couple hours. And now that we have finished the chicken, we can move on to cutting the vegetables since we gotta wait anyway, so we got time. So I have this as an example. You cut the pepper in half. If you can, before you do, try to pull out the stem to get out all the seeds. But if not, that's okay. You could just cut it in half and throw everything away. And it'll be thinly sliced. I believe it's called juliennated because it won't be chopped up into small pieces. It's just gonna be looking like this. For the onions, the green onions, it's gonna be cut in thin circles, and the same with this. You'll just be cutting like this, as thin as you could, and then cut in half. As you can see, mine is beginning to turn into a plant, so I'm gonna have to remove those after. But I'll be showing you the entire process. Now that the peppers are completed, I'm going to move on to the onions. As you can see, I've already started cutting them. This is what I meant by in the little circles. I'm going to finish them and then move on to this one. Also, I wanted to mention that the lemon was not used in the mixture to marinate the chicken because this is the last thing you'll use to flavor your chicken. It's going to be used when you are cooking it in the pan, and then you do a little squirt on it to give it that last bit of flavor. I'll show you that. Okay, now that we've finished with the vegetables, I can now take this out. It's been 4 hours. And set it off to the side. We'll be draining the juice later, but for now we can go to this. We are going to be setting these into the skillet and letting them heat up to a point where they're crispy and warm, but not soggy. So we're going to be mixing all this in here with a little bit of oil. And when that's finished, we can move on to draining the actual chicken. I'm going to turn these over, and as you can see, this is the color you're mostly looking for. See this? And then you're going to just turn all these over to get an even cook on both sides. That is the finished chicken fajitas. You can serve this with rice and even in tacos or quesadillas, however you prefer. But yeah, this is how I'm doing it, and that's the finished product.